What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the GGBL. Let's get it underway, everybody. Excited about this one because we've got the draft. We got the draft ready to go. Yes, we are not doing it in MLB The Show. Here's a little calendar update for you. Okay, so the draft is only 6 days away, but we are not doing it here in the show. We're going to be doing it inside of Out of the Park Baseball. And I can tell you guys how that's all going to work when we get into Out of the Park Baseball. However, inside of the show here, we're going to simulate past the draft. We're not going to show you any of the scouting, none of the players that got drafted because they're not going to matter. We're going to actually rename those guys with the guys that got taken from Out of the Park Baseball. So, after that, after the draft is concluded, we're going to get into the Home Run Derby. We're going to get into the All-Star Game. You guys have channel points that you could possibly win tonight when we get down and dirty with the All-Star Game festivities. We're also going to simulate the next couple of weeks, and we're going to get here to the 29th, which is going to start the Trade Festival, which means teams have the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st to do all their trades. And then after that, everything is shut down, of course, with the 31st being the true trade deadline. But I do like to offer this as a 3-day span so that ambassadors can make trades, CPU can make trades. I just did not want the CPU to start making some ridiculous trades. As you can see, the sliders are turned down to 0. So when we get into Trade Festival, this is actually going to be turned all the way up to about half, which means we're going to let the chaos begin. All right, so without further ado, let's get into Out of the Park Baseball because we've got our draft that we want to get moving on to here. So a couple things. Ambassadors, you guys will be able to make your draft picks. Okay, so if we head here to the rookie draft for the GGBL, the Chicago Breeze are on the clock. They're going to be number 1 pick. If we go here to the draft pool, this is who they have to select from, right? So let's actually sort this up here by potential. And then there you go. So they've got all these custom players to select from, and a couple guys like Armando Hernandez, not a custom guy. Matt Marshall, not a custom guy. Billy Bolduc, not a custom guy. They do give you, they say he's from high school, but he's 21 years old. So, you know, it's a little weird. You know, I guess these guys got held back a little bit. Jose Cruz, he says he's 18 years old. He's from high school, but you know how that goes. He's actually 24 years old. You know how it works. We got guys like Tony Maldonado, Manny Pagan. It'll just be fun. It'll be fun to see, especially these non-custom players be taken and where they're going to go. So obviously we have more non-custom players than custom players, and that means some ambassadors are not going to be able to get their hands on a custom player, at least not this season. Okay, let's see the chat here real quick. I just want to see what you guys are saying. The draft, whoop whoop. I like some team pride. Official legends in the making. I'm here for Link Calhoun. Jose Cruz, number 1 pick, says Mena. Excited for the draft. Richmond picks like 26th. Sucks to have a late pick. Yeah. All right, so I think we have most of the ambassadors here. I've got Kellen. I've got Ghost Rose. I've got Husky. I've got Crazy G. That's Dalton. I got Nilk in here. I got TCG. That's Houston. Yeah, we got everybody in here, man. We got everybody in here. So let's get it started. Let's get it started. All right. Let's go to let's sim to the first year player draft. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. Draft order, we got the Breeze. Now, I have not done a draft inside Out of the Park Baseball, so I might need a little guidance here before I do stuff. I think the biggest thing with Out of the Park is once you move forward, you can't go back. So, just saying. Now, we do have a mock draft here. It says that my boy Hideo Kojima. This is crazy. I didn't know that this is how it would work. Hideo Kojima is the projected #1 draft pick. But not really, because we've got Chiefy, who should be drafting here, but I don't think he's available. Cannon O'Connor looks like he's going to be taking #2. Hayden Carver, #3 to Minnesota. Link Calhoun to San Fran. Jimmy Janitzer to NOLA. We got Iowa, which should not be lowercase. I got to change that. But Theo Mulch going to Iowa. Pittsburgh, Kellen Ingram. Louis Caduti to Vegas. Chris Gentry to Orlando. Shinoda to Vancouver. William Allen Milton to Washington. Maverick Holt to Phoenix. And then that's going to round out the custom players. So everybody else is a non-custom guy. All right. Let's get it underway, boys. Starting the draft. Here we go. We don't have a timer or anything like that, so we could select for Chicago, but I don't see Chiefy here. And I think as far as like selections go, can we like make the selection? How do we make the selection for the team? I think Kook said you could right click the player. Draft player. Okay, gotcha. Well, I think we're just going to auto draft for Chicago because I don't think we're going to get Chiefy in here. I'm going to message him right now. I'll give him like 2 minutes. I'll give him 2 minutes. We're not going to take forever, though. Like, once we get past the custom guys, I think... I mean, we've only got one round, right? We've only got one round for the draft. So it's nothing crazy. I actually don't want to, like, edit 2 rounds worth of players. Like, 30 players is probably my max to edit people. Sortable list is the easiest way to pick players. Where is that? Oh, sortable list. Okay, got it. Thank you. Dalton knows what's up. All right, well, I'm not getting anything from Chiefy, so I think we are good to just go ahead and auto draft that pick. That's what we're going to do. We're going to auto draft it. We're going to auto draft it. So auto draft, maybe it's going to be Hideo. Maybe. I hope it's Jimmy Janitzer. I think that fits, but we're going to auto draft for Chicago, and they will select. Hey, I was right. Jimmy Janitzer is the selection. There you go, Jimmy. You are with the Chicago Breeze. That's a good pick. That is a good pick. You know, like I said, that should have been the pick. That was my pick to go #1 overall. Maybe we probably should have done Kenji Shinoda because that is his guy. do we want to take it back? Is Jimmy Janitzer? Let me ask Jimmy. Let me ask Jimmy because that is OG Floridian. I want to know. Are you happy with New Orleans, or are you happy with Chicago? I'm looking over here at the mock draft. Are you happy with Chicago, or are you saying, are you holding out? Like, I'm not playing for Chicago. Do we want to do that? Do we want to have a sort of, I don't know, Eli Manning situation? Don't you dare, Goldie, says OG Florida. Well, I'm asking you. It's your player. You got autonomy. You let me know. Husky says, I'm a Mets fan, so not doing too hot. We're looking like we're going to beat Philly today, though. Yeah, well, yeah. Being a Mets fan, I don't know. At least you guys spend money. Staying with them. Let's ride. Let's roll. Okay, sounds good. All right. So Kentucky, they actually don't have a ambassador, so we're also going to go ahead and auto draft. You know what? Let's do channel points questions here. Let's do channel points questions. Of course, the team inside of the GGBL might do something differently if we did the draft through there, because they'll probably draft on like need and all this stuff. But you know, based on Kentucky in this out of the park baseball, they might choose a pitcher when they don't really need a pitcher, right? In the actual GGBL. But I think in baseball, it works. It's not like the NFL, like we're drafting sometimes on need. Baseball, guys take a little longer. You're just taking the best available, right? So let's go ahead. Oh, trade. No, Rico. No trades. no trades. No trades. That gets crazy. We've only got one round to trade with. You only got one round to trade with. Maybe down the road we can consider that. But who do you think for channel points, guys? 50 channel points to get it right. 50 channel points. Who's going to be the selection for the Kentucky Strings? You got some good players to consider here. I think it's for Kentucky. I think they're gonna go with Carver. Maybe Cannon O'Connor. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Because Cannon O'Connor, guys, like in the last video that I posted yesterday, I was thinking Janitzer's gonna go number 1, O'Connor will go number 2, because it's really hard to find a good defensive catcher and a guy that can hit. So I'm thinking Cannon O'Connor is going to go next. 50 channel points up for grabs. Kook says Kenji most likely. So Kenji Shinoda will be the next guy taken. Okay, we're going to go. Ready? Got to get your pick in. Ready? Kenji Shinoda. That is the pick. I was wrong. Kook was right. Milk was correct. OG Floridian was also correct. Kenji Shinoda was the pick. So, congratulations, guys. Minnesota, next up. Next up from Minnesota, I'll go... I think Cannon O'Connor. I still think O'Connor will be the pick. No channel points for this one. We got to get moving here. No, it's Hideo Kojima going to the Minnesota Jacks. Of course, the uniforms, don't mind the uniforms, guys. That's not correct. I only focused on the hat because the hat matters to me. But Kojima is going to go number 3. That's my boy. San Francisco, they don't have a ambassador, so we'll auto them. And it'll be Cannon O'Connor. He's going to go out to San Francisco to be a Grizzly. Very nice. New Orleans, the Swing, no ambassador. They're going to go with Link Calhoun, pick number 5. So he is a top 5 draft pick. Everybody else up here, Carver, Mulch, Ingram, Coduti, Gentry, Maverick Holt, Alan Milton. You guys are not top 5 picks, unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right. Iowa's up next. No ambassador for them. And I got Louis Coduti. He's going to go to Iowa. Pittsburgh, no ambassador there. Theo Mulch, go number 7. Vegas, Orlando, and then Vancouver. Vancouver is our next ambassador. Nothing for Vegas, nothing for Orlando. And then after that, man, Madison, Boston, San Diego, Michigan, Houston. Look at all the ambassadors. Oklahoma City, Richmond, and then LA. All of us, the ambassadors, get late picks. The only ambassador to have a top 5 pick was Chiefy, and he wasn't here. All right, Vegas, we're going to auto-draft Hayden Carver. Going to go to Vegas. Orlando will get Chris Gentry. I think they were projected to go with Chris Gentry. Yeah, there he was. Okay, and then now we got Vancouver. So what are you going to do here, Nilk? You got a couple of options here. We got Ingram, we got Alan Milton, we got Maverick Holt. Some other players up here too. If we go to that sortable list that Dalton has talked about, a couple good players. Like we even have this non-custom pitcher, Matt Marshall. He's 6'7". Let's click on this guy real quick. 6'7". Current stuff rating is a 40. Movement's a 35. Potential, the velo can get 99 to 101. Power pitcher. Potential, he looks like that fastball, slider, sinker is going to be elite. Control is elite. And the stuff looks elite too. Statistics, he went 9-0 in high school, quote-unquote high school. We'll just call it college. Like, he's 24 years old. Might as well, like, make it like an international thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna make him 24 years old. You know what? To keep things fair, let's move these guys actually to high school, because he should not be 24 years old. Yeah, like, even if he was in college, which is this kind of supposed to be, like, it says high school, and I don't think anybody would be 24 years old out of college. Doesn't make much sense. But his stats: 93 innings pitched, .87 ERA, only 3 home runs given up, 16.6 K per nine. So he's basically like Jacob deGrom. Nilk says, which customs are left? Which customs are left? The only customs left would be Kellen Ingram, Maverick Holt, and William Allen Milton. So we got 2 outfielders, Ingram and Holt, and then a first baseman, William Allen Milton. Ooh, Vibes is in the house. All right, cool. So you guys got pick 21, so you'll make your pick for your pick there. Let me know what you want to see, Nilk. Might be better if you're talking to me in Discord. I was a 24-year-old high schooler, says Vibes. You were? I'm concerned. Oh, Nilk. Shouldn't take this long. Contact, avoiding Ks. He's reached his potential. Gap power looks to be... He's going to be a pretty good hitter. He's Kellen Ingram. He's got an award. Platinum Stick Award. He's got an elite eye. More of a pull hitter for ground balls and a spray hitter for fastballs. Interesting. This is what he did in the GGS. He hit .323 with a .457 OBP. He had 9 bombs, 25 RBIs, no stolen bases. No stolen bases. He's not very fast. 6'1", 210, but he's not very quick. But he does have a good eye. He's an OBP guy. You got William Allen Milton. This guy hit .339. He was on the Salt Lake Elevate, so he did win a championship. Plus, he's a Great Glove Award winner. I chose Ingram. Oh, I chose Ingram. Where? Okay. All right, Ingram will be the pick. There you go. Kellen Ingram to Vancouver. All right, Washington is next. William Allen Milton's going to be a Swamp Monster. Phoenix. I think they'll probably take the last custom available. That's probably Maverick Holt. No. The first non-custom off the board is Matt Marsh Joe. What is that? Matt Marshall. Marsh Joe. What is that? That's his nickname? Marsh Joe? I've never heard of that in my life. I don't even know what that is. But the scouting, Matt Marshall's a 24-year-old start. He won't be. He'll be 18. Marshall has an outstanding fastball. In addition, he has an average sinker. He does not have that good of a slider, but with two good pitches, he should be unhittable. He has problems finding the strike zone below average stuff and a propensity to give up a homer, which could hold him back. Marshall's future may be limited to the occasional spot start. He could have some problems getting left-handed batters out. All right, well, that is the Phoenix Firebirds draft selection there, and we're moving on to the Atlanta Sting. They got to take Maverick Holt, right? They got to take Holt. There you go. So Maverick Holt, at least a top 15 draft pick. He's going to go to the Atlanta Sting. Next up will be the Moonshots, and I think now because we're starting to get into the non-custom guys, I'm just going to start autoing until we start getting into actual user ambassador picks. So Miami's pick will be Armando equals plus G. What are these nicknames, dude? What are these nicknames? Equals plus G. What is that? We go to the editor. That's his nickname. Equals plus G. I don't get it. This guy, let's see what he did here. 32 games started. Oh, we can also hit. Oh, yeah, he is a hitter. Right field. I thought he was a pitcher. Sorry. Right fielder. Got some good power potential. Got a good eye potential. Contact going to be kind of middle of the road, not very fast, but okay, so he's got a little something. He's got some game to him. Good defender, it seems like, too. So that's going to be the Moonshots selection there. Seattle is going to take Doug Kelsey. Dougie Kelsey. More of a contact hitter, not very much pop. Contact speed guy. And defense. This dude hit 489 in high school. 7 bombs, 55 ribbies, 21 stolen bases. Okay, we're going to take a shortstop. Monarchs selected Malik Williams. We talked about Malik Williams in the last episode, the upload. Pretty average, but he just comes through. He finds a way. He pitched in the GGS for St. Louis, and yeah, those are his numbers, man. Look at that. 8 games started, 14 earned runs across 54 innings, .93 whip. K per 9, he's not going to strike out a bunch of guys, but he's crafty. That's kind of like Malik Williams is what I'm envisioning. Very crafty pitcher here. San Antonio Swarm will take a catcher, John Paradas. Look at the speed. A catcher with this much speed? Holy cow. 5'10", 180. Pretty good defender, but very, very quick. Look at the gap power. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Little Jason Kendall type right here or something. He's going to steal a bunch of bags. All right. Interesting selection there. Nashville's up next. They're going to take Alex Hernandez. And this guy, sack bunt, steal tendency, good contact, good BABIP, avoiding Ks, some gap power. Not a bunch of power, but he's going to hit the gaps. A lot of doubles. Yep, 41 doubles. Yep, 469, 18 stolen bases, 9 caught. Could have been better, but Hernandez is a solid second baseman. All right, so now it's time for Madison. We're going to have a little stretch here of ambassador picks. We got myself, the Madison Muskies. We got Kellen with Boston, if he's still around. We got Vibes with San Diego. Michigan with Goat Stros. Houston with TCG. Colorado, no ambassador. And then we got the Dalton with OKC. Husky with the Good Boys. And then we're going to get down to LA with Rico. So hopefully you guys are still around so that we can keep on moving here. So for the Muskies, our issue right now is that our offense is actually pretty decent in Sim. We don't have very much pitching happening for us right now. But I sort here by potential, and I'm looking at these guys, and I'm like, Billy Bolduc, he looks pretty okay, but we've already got Ricky Holbrook. Like, I don't need this guy. Center fielder Jose Cruz, 408, whatever. Closer, shortstop. We've already got Chili Palmer. We got a catcher, Mike Hosey. We got Drake Baldwin in there. Like, I don't need any of these dudes. So I think, what about pitchers? Like, we need some arms up in here, up in this bish. I don't want to take a closer. What about this John Ballinger? 6 foot tall, 6'2" Bryce Bennett. Do we have anybody that's like a beast? Like Chris Pierce? Look at this guy, 6'7", but his stats are terrible. So no thanks. No thanks. Justin Johnson can go a long way. He's got 70 stamina, but no thanks. Not doing that either. All right, so these guys are terrible. All right, what does John Ballinger have? Not much. A lot of relievers. I don't know. Maybe we can wait. We should probably wait on a pitcher. I think we're going to be forced to taking a positional player. I think maybe Jose Cruz. I guess it's going to have to be Cruz. We do need some extra outfielders out there. Omar Pineda, more of a contact guy. Second base, Hector Sandoval. Larry Stearns. Ooh, we could go Frank Zimmer. Honestly, guys, I think Frank Zimmer, like, we know a lot about Frank Zimmer, don't we? You guys made fun of me. Look at the gap power. 70. Speed. Solid defender. Decent contact. Good speed. Frank Zimmer, a Gold Glove Award winner. A Platinum Stick, Great Glove, and Round 1 MVP. Oh, we got to take this guy. We got to take Frank Zimmer. I think we have Ozzy Albies is our... yeah, Ozzy Albies is our second baseman, so that's what we're going to do. Can't we select? Why can't we draft him? Do we have to? We're not going to do this, are we? Can you help? What about, okay, draft pool. Got it. Second base, Frank Zimmer. No, I can't draft him. Kook. Help me. Why can't I draft this guy? I'm so confused. Scouting recommendations. My picks. I don't want to do that. You move him to the drag and drop. Well, where do I drag and drop? Oh, right there. Got it. Thank you. Got it. Nope. Frank Zimmer, you're going to go there and draft. Okay. Wake Forest. You went to Wake Forest. Yeah, we're going to take this guy. All right. Frank Zimmer will be the selection for us. What was your guys' question here, too? What does gap power translate to in the show? Honestly, I'm not really sure. It's got to be some like combination. Like there's raw power in Out of the Park, and then there's gap power. Like that's kind of like a combination between contact and power. It's not necessarily like discipline and vision. Like your eye is going to be discipline and vision, but I think I'll have to come up with some sort of like combination. If like a guy's got really good gap power but not a lot of power, I'm going to kind of lean into more to the contact side of things, if that makes sense. So you got to strike a balance, I guess. So like example here, like Omar Pineda, right? Potential's is an elite contact hitter. Gap power is going to be okay, and the power is really bad, right? So he's more of a contact guy. So I'm going to lean into the contact a little more than the power. So that's how I'm going to work that. Okay. All right. Crazy G says, I'm going to help you translate the two. Okay. I'm going to have you level up your Out of the Park. Well, you know. All right. Next up, Kellen, are you here? Is Kellen here? Because you're on the clock, my boy. All right. What are you thinking here, buddy? What are you thinking? You got round 1, pick 20. I can go to the draft pool for you. We can kind of look around a little bit, but, you know, I won't. Let's not take too long. Let me know what you want to look at. Do you want to look at positional players? Do you want to look at, like, pitchers? What do you want to look at here? Because you are on the clock. Bolduc. Billy Bolduc. He's pretty solid all the way around. Scouting-wise, Billy Bolduc is a 23-year-old third baseman. He's 18. He's from Virginia. He has potential to slam 20 bombs a season. He has a plus arm that can make strong, accurate throws across a diamond. At maturity, he should have an above-average eye. If Bolduc can cut his strikeout rate down, he can become an average major leaguer. Okay. All right. Billy Bolduc is the selection. And again, we need to get to sortable lists and drop them down and then draft. Okay. All right. taking Bolduc. All right, Vibes, you're up, sir. You are up next. We got players like Jonathan Hagan. I'm hearing that there's potentially some rumors that Jose Ramirez might be on the trading block for San Diego. So that was more a defensive move there for Boston, maybe, that they wanted to take Billy Bolduc. Maybe San Diego wanted Bolduc. But is Vibes still in the house? Now, remember, guys, the dudes in the white jerseys, like Hosey right here, these guys are from high school. You're taking high school players. Guys that are looking like that, right? They're actually playing inside of the GGS. Let's see, shortstop and third. Okay. Shortstop and third base. Okay, so here's what we got. Shortstops. We got Jonathan Hagan. Not too much of a hitter. He's more of a defensive guy, but he did post some good numbers in the high school level, 427. Looks like Hector Sandoval can play both. More of a contact guy. Larry Stearns hitting 503. Larry Stearns hitting 503. Not going to have a lot of power, but look at that contact, man. Elite contact. Hit 500 in college or in high school, and he's a good defender too. And it looks like he can play both. He can play third as his primary, but he can play short. Like, we're sorted by shortstop right now. You got Rob Martinez, pretty decent all the way around. Paul Tufts, Phil Fleming, Nick Gray. I think now we're starting to get into like the one-star players. I don't think you really want to look at that, but so those are your shortstops. And then pure third baseman. Hagan is still up there. William Garrett. He did play in the GGS. So that benefits him a little bit, but he's hitting 247. Jorge Camarillo did not play. Only played in 2 games. John Hearns, 059 in 13 games. Probably not selecting him either. Mike Hunt. I think Larry Stearns might be the good pick right there. Everybody says Larry is a steal. Is age going to affect how you make them? No, because all these guys should be 18. The people from high school should be 18 years old. Your guys, like Janitzer, you guys are going to be 21. They should all be 21. So, obviously the high school guys have a little bit longer way to go. They'll have high potential. And your guys will have high potential as well, but you'll also be like, clearly you're the best players in the draft. You're going to be ready to contribute on day number 1. So, like Kojima, Shinoda, Janitzer, all these custom guys are going to be ready to contribute day 1. But yeah. Okay. Where do we need to go? God, this is why I didn't stream. This is why I did not stream. Oh my God, just so many lists. All right. Larry Stearns is the pick. Okay. Larry Stearns, you are the pick. Let's take a little look at him here real quick though. The avoiding strikeouts, contact. He's basically Altuve. And he's got a little room to grow in the power. Scouting. He's from Ohio, which is perfect for Cleveland. Vibes Cleveland. A lot of talent. Grades out as a plus contact hitter. He has average range, but throws well and can get outs on plays that could have been infield singles. He's about average on the base path. Stearns should be an average big leaguer. Okay. Well, he will be the selection for San Diego. There you go. All right, next up is Ghost Rose for Michigan. What are we looking at here, Michigan? Yep. Agreed. Agreed, Husky. OTP and Football Manager type games are harder to navigate. I mean, there's just so much. Like, we got rules, we got home, but we have Draft Central. Draft Central's like Draft Home, but it's not. Draft Pool, Pipeline, Mock, Combine, but we don't have a Combine. History, which I don't know what we're looking at here with the history. Oh, third base. I don't know what we're looking at. Oh, draft pick. Okay. Got it. All right, let's get back to the sortable list here. So what do we got, Michigan? Is Ghost Rose still in the house? I don't think he's around. I won't wait forever. He's not available. He was taken by Atlanta. He wanted Maverick Holt. Number 13 overall. Now, the funny thing is that these ambassadors, like, you guys can try to go get your player back, but at a CPU level, like, you know, hey, maybe Michigan wants to go get Maverick Holt. Well, when I make them in the show, they might be kind of hard to get. They might be harder to get. So you're going to have to give up something to get something, right? So just a little FYI here. But he is having some internet trouble by the sounds of it, so it looks like we're just going to have to make the best selection for him. I don't really want to auto-pick it. But for Michigan, like, we're already looking at... They got Garrett Crochet. They've got... Oh, best available auto draft? Okay, all right. We'll auto it for you then. Okay. Auto draft, here we go. Scouting recommendations say that you should take Bryce Bennett. It's actually not a bad pick. You got Jonathan Hagan here. You got Manny Pagan. It's probably Pagan. Guy did hit 474. I think for your guys' catcher situation, if I look back here in the show, your guys' catcher situation, organizationally speaking, you do have Ivan Herrera, Miguel Amaya, Hedges. Yeah, I might take Pagan here if I were you. Pitchers, we got Crochet, Emai, Abbott, Robbie Ray, Ober, Dustin May. You could take... I'd probably go starting pitcher or the catcher, but yeah, if you want to go Bennett, we can do Bennett. Bryce is good. Okay. All right. Bryce Bennett. Bryce Big Vic. Big Vic. How big is he? He's 6'2". He's big though, apparently. 6'2" starting pitcher Bryce Bennett is from Brooklyn, New York. He throws a mix of a cutter, fastball, slider, and sinker. His stuff isn't going to get much better, and that is likely to hold him back. Bennett may secure a rotation spot, but only as a last resort. He has trouble with righties. Okay, well, I think he'll be pretty solid. I'm still going to look at the statistics here, the ratings, and then the stats. And then, you know, I'll make these guys decent, and I'll make them solid because we want to actually get some, you know, some guys that work out. Some guys will fail just based on the show, how random it is. But I'm at least going to get these round one guys as pretty decent. But, you know, by comparison, like Bryce Bennett compared to Jimmy Janitzer or Shinoda, like obviously Shinoda and Janitzer, they're going to be the top guys, right, of this draft class. But a guy like Matt Marshall or Malik Williams, Bryce Bennett, like comparatively, they won't really hold a candle to these dudes. Janitzer and Shinoda, like they've got elite stuff. Anyway, you guys know how it goes. I hope. All right, TCG, you're up, sir. You're next. We're at pick 23. We're almost done, guys. We're almost finished up with the draft, and then we're going to get into all the All-Star break festivities. So do we have TCG? I'm going to need to look at first base and third base, he says. All right, first base. We've got a couple catchers that can play first. Mike Hosey. Not a lot of power, but good defender. Not as good as first base, but he's better as a catcher. It's a solid player. Corey Karras. Contact is there. Good defender. He's actually a better defender, I feel like, than the other dude. Corey Karras against Mike Hosey. William Garrett is the next available here, but I think, yeah, he hit 247 for St. Louis. Like he didn't do too much. Poor plate discipline fouls him, and continuing to strike out doesn't ease concerns. Yeah, I'd probably steer clear of him. What about Bobby Rodriguez? He didn't play. He was in the GGS, but he didn't play. Danny Delgado. John Hearn said 059. Mike Hunt apparently can play first as well. Jerry McLean. Melvin Aguilera. Elijah Gladney. Jose Niebla. Steve Saxton. Enrique Saravia. Enrique Saravia, that's interesting. Look at his numbers. He looks like he could project as a pretty decent hitter. Not very fast. Infield range is not very good either. Little Butters. Enrique Saravia. Little Butters. Okay. Jason Stewart didn't play. That's a tough one to trust. Now we're starting to get into the one stars. You're probably not going to be looking at that. Let's look at third base for you. Yeah, a lot of one stars here. But Jonathan Hagan, we're the positional. Okay, so he can play second, first, short. Actually, sorry. So he's more of a corner guy, plus middle, up the middle. He can play anywhere in the infield except for first base. Third, short, second, and that's it. But I think this is probably your pick, is Jonathan Hagan. How's Van Meurs? I think Van Meurs is a starter. Here's Vladimir Van Meurs. Yep, there he is. 157 whip. ERA was a 4.79. So he might not have been as productive, but his numbers are decent. But he looks more like a C potential guy, because you look at how far, where his current potential is and where he can get to. It's pretty average. Looks more like a C potential guy. These nicknames. Little Butters. Little Butters. Ruben Rodriguez, starting pitcher. Yep. So if we go back to third base, I don't know. I don't trust any of these other dudes. Chang Kyun-yoon hit 462. Play a little third. spray hitter. Tony Bueno. Not doing it for the offense here. Nigel Dye, John Sanchez, Daniel Machoro, Ruben Combs. Yeah, not a bunch of good players here. But I think that first base, right? Saravia. Hosey, Karras, you got to still consider those guys. Ooh, Isaiah Brown. What's Isaiah Brown bringing to the table? Good eye. Can only play first. Contact, current to potential 50. So he's about an average hitter. Hagen is my pick. Okay. Where was Hagen at? Jonathan Hagen. Okay. Yep, that'll do it. All right, scouting. Lean and athletic, Jonathan Hagen hails from Northborough, Massachusetts. He was an above average. He has an above average contact skills with a smooth swing, quick hands, and good pitch recognitions. And he could hit for about 250 average. He's a smooth defender at short. His speed grades out as above average. Hagen's bat and his hustle should make him a front runner for an audition as a shortstop. All right, Jonathan Hagen it is. All right, sortable list. We're going to get back up here, and Hagen is the selection there. All right. There you go. Draft Central. All right, who's next? Colorado. We're going to auto Colorado. They're going to go with Manny Pagan, the catcher. And next up, we got OKC, so that's Dalton. Keep in mind, again, that this sim, has Oklahoma City at 58 and 36. That is not real for the draft. Just FYI, it's not real. I might draft based on best name. Yeah, might as well. Like, I'm going to make... These guys are all first rounders. Like, if I look at Pineda's numbers, right, his potential, he looks more like a B potential guy to me. When you've got your current rating here and then your potential, seems more like a B potential dude. But... I'm going to look at statistics as well. Guy did hit 473, so that does tell me that, you got the potential here. Speed. Can't really teach speed. You either have it or you don't, right? So he's got some average speed. But anyway. Keneal. Let's go. Keneal's in the house. What do you want to look at there, Dalton? What do you want to do? OG Floridian says elite managerial decisions from Rico. Just a reminder, guys, that you are checking in on this live stream for the draft. Just so you know, all these players that we're drafting here inside of Out of the Park Baseball are going to be recreated inside of the show in the off season. So that way, when we actually do the draft in the show, we're going to simulate that. So we're not going to even look at the players that were drafted. I'm just going to go back and rename them, remake them to guys like Mike Hosey and Jose Cruz and all the guys that were just taken here. Hayden Carver, Chris Gentry, Kellen Ingram, Matt Marshall. There's some custom guys up here at the very top, best of the best of the draft. And other guys like Alex Hernandez and Frank Zimmer and Billy Bolduc. These guys, of course, not custom players. So we do have some non-custom guys, some CPU dudes to create as well. But we're only doing one round, and then we're going to get into the draft. Sorry, not the draft, but the All-Star Game. Home Run Derby. Channel points will be up for grabs as well. All right, catcher and shortstop, says Dalton. So we got a couple catchers up here. We got Mike Hosey. No nickname. No nickname from Hosey. He's from New York. He projects to be an elite hitter. He has excellent instincts with the glove. As a catcher, Hosey should be an average big leaguer. Okay. I think he's going to be an elite hitter. That's hard to find. Maybe like a Shea Langoliers without the power. So we got Hosey, we got Karras. I think he's a little bit better of a defender. Like, again, more so than Hosey. Actually, they're about the same. But Hosey can play first. I think, yep, Karras can play first as well. Let me go back to Karras' scouting. He's from Iowa, projects to be about a 270 hitter. That's pretty good for a catcher. Very athletic. Karras' bat and his hustle should make him a front runner for catcher. We got Jeff Caesar. More power on his side than the others. Not a lot of defense. Same thing with Ricardo Aguilera. Bill Mars is interesting. That's pretty interesting, actually. Can only play catcher, but he's pretty good at it. 449, does have some power there. 14 homers. Scouting. He's big. 6'3", 215. Okay. Mars will likely be on the bubble for a big league roster as he matures. Okay, so that's really kind of the best catchers available. Hey, Dalton, you got to take Mikey Porter. That was one of his custom players' names. Is Mikey Porter. We got Mike Porter right here, though. That's funny. Mikey Porter. Look at this. He's from Florida. Potential to be a 250 hitter. Consistent, unspectacular defense. Okay. Can't really do that. Can't really do that. All right, so that's pretty much it for catchers. Let's take a look at shortstops, right? You said shortstop, catcher, and short. The best potential guy here would be Hector Sandoval. I mean, Rob Martinez looks like he's pretty average. Phil Fleming. Yeah, we're starting to get in some, like, not very good players. So if anything, it's probably Machoro or Sandoval. Maybe Rob Martinez as your best bets. But you got gap power here with Hector Sandoval. Avoiding Ks, good contact, decent power for a middle infielder, second baseman, decent eye. The speed is pretty good. I don't know. Sandoval's pretty good too. I might consider him. What about Machoro here? Average, better defender than a hitter. Rob Martinez. Decent gap power, steal tendencies, spray hitter, good base running. I don't know. Rob Martinez seems pretty solid. Sandoval seems pretty good too, but I think if I were you, it'd probably be between Hosey, Karras, Sandoval, or Martinez. That'd be my commissioner suggestion. I know it's hard to do here, but over a stream to make a draft pick, because I'm sure you would want to look at other things, but I'm not gonna screw your guys' selections. Like at the end of the day, like I said, this is all round one. These guys are gonna be decent players. They're your draft picks. They're gonna be decent players for round one. I think the randomness really comes into play when we simulate the draft in the show. All the round one guys are going to be renamed to these dudes, right? They're going to be recreated. And then in like round 2, round 3, round 4, all those guys are going to be up for rename. If you're a channel points person, like you're using channel points to rename players, or you're going to you're a patron, right? You're a supporter. You get one rename for free. I'll talk more about that during the off season and how to do all that. But there's more chances for you guys to get custom players in the show in the GGBL. But this round one is just really for the best players to come out, right? So, Crazy G says, let's go back. Catchers, those guys are very mid. Shortstop, okay. All right, let's go. Nope. Catcher potential. Do you want to look at? I mean, Mars seems like he's solid. Yeah, the arm is not very good. Hosey at least had, you know what? I might take Mike Hosey. That's a perfect catcher's name. You got hosed. down at second base, you just got hosed. I don't know. That's good branding potential there, man. Karras, though, he's got a 65 arm as well. Hosey, though, avoids the strikeouts. Like, he's going to put the ball in play. All right. Crazy G says Hosey. All right. It's going to be Hosey. Hosey is the pick. Hosey's the pick for OKC. All right. There you go. All right. Richmond. Richmond. Where is Husky? Husky still in here? We're almost done, guys. We're at pick 26 all the way to 30. We'll get in, we'll get out. Nobody's stealing on either of these two, says Husky. Yep, exactly. All right, man. What are you thinking you want to do? And then again, guys, just as a reminder, when we get done with the draft, I'm going to save Out of the Park Baseball, and then I'm going to move forward in the season. And again, all the sim stuff doesn't matter in here. Like the schedule, the standings, the off season, none of that stuff, none of that matters at all. Like the Out of the Park stuff doesn't matter. The only thing we're doing this for is just to get all of the Golden Globe showcase statistics and all the draft. Like that's literally the only reason we're using this. So, Camille says, "What the good boys pick a good guy." Yeah. Yes, sir, they will. All right, so relievers, if we go to all players, you do have some closers here too to look at. One of the better players here still left up on the board, Jose Cruz. Tim Gutierrez. Fastball 60 to 65, good changeup. He's a two-pitch pitcher. That's not good. I probably would avoid Tim Gutierrez. He might need to learn another pitch. I might avoid that, like the play. Gordy Herring, fastball slider. You got to have another pitch, though, buddy. But that fastball plays. Elite grade fastball. .98 whip, 22 Ks in 14 1/3 innings pitched, plus 8 saves for the Denver Summit. So those are closers, but more so like relievers if you wanted to look at it that way. We also got Tony Maldonado for, he's got a fastball, sinker, change, and a cutter. They're not very good. He's a project. He's a project closer for sure. Victor Quintanilla. Slider, sinker could be elite. That's devastating. You got the velo at 98 to 100. Woof. The stuff, the control, the movement, that could be pretty good. Victor Quintanilla. His most consistent pitch right now is his devastating slider, which he pairs with an off-the-charts sinker. His big stuff gets people its attention, and he combines that with average control. Quintanilla has the potential to be a solid bullpen contributor. And he's a lefty as well. Camille says, in summary, when it says development risk, what does that mean? Let me look. Development. Oh, summary, development risk. Where is that? Oh, development risk low. I'm not sure, but I'm not really looking into that though too much. There's some things that I'm not gonna like pay much attention to when I'm making the players. So, yeah, they have scouting reports. Yeah, Out of the Park. Yep, it's pretty legit, man. That's what I love about it, because when I make these guys in the show, when I recreate them in the show, at least we have some sort of backstory, right? Like if I look at Jose Cruz, right? We at least see what he did in high school. 18 home runs in high school. 408, 15 stolen bags. Like, he could be legit. And then you go to his scouting report, and then he's from Venezuela. His plus raw power, run producer, should have a patient approach at the plate. Like, that's going to help when I actually create the player. And then we actually have some backstory on these guys when they actually get into the GGBL. So I love it. There was a Big Vic. Yeah. Gutierrez would still have more potential, though, right? No. He seems more like a C potential to me. Because his current is his potential for a lot of this stuff. His control is, like, he's not going to get any better. Like, he is what he is right now, you know? So it's either, that seems like a D potential player or a C potential player to me. Like, there's a little bit of room for growth on the pitches here, but that's how I would read that guy. Now, a guy like Gordy Herring, like, his fastball grades out really, really well. Slider's really good. So, again, he seems like his current and his potential is met, but I wouldn't make him a D potential because his stuff is so good. Like, I'd probably make him a C potential because his stats play out and his stuff is really, really good. So I'd probably make him a C potential. A guy like Victor Quintanilla, his stuff, he might be lower rated because his current is not very good, but his stuff has a lot of potential and it could be really, really good. So I would probably make him like in the low 60s, but like with a B potential, maybe even A potential, actually. So that's kind of how I'm reading this. Just want you guys to know that. But then you got to consider the production that he did have, right? So I think the biggest thing is that for you guys drafting, like, I'm still going to be in control of this, but I'm not going to screw you, okay? I think D potential players are guys that end up losing overall. So I probably end up, I'm probably not going to make anybody a D potential. I think at minimum people will be a C. But yeah, I'm not going to screw you for making these draft picks. So I want to see Quintanilla. Okay. Personality, he's a hard worker. 98 to 100, man. Lefty that throws 98 to 100. If you want a future closer, I don't know. Victor Quintanilla is probably the guy, man. 0.68 whip. 89. Think about this. 89 strikeouts. 89 strikeouts in 47 innings. 89 strikeouts. That's like 2 strikeouts per inning. And he was a closer. 17 games. He ended up starting 2 games too. I don't know, man. Like, that's a lot of good stuff right there. Yeah, exactly, Rico. Yep. So like, even in the show, these guys would have A potential. But we got to keep it moving there, bud. So what do you want to do here? You also got Omar Pineda up here. Good contact. 473. 38 doubles, 80 hits, 41 games played. 47 innings, 89 Ks. Yeah, I know, dude. Like, it's insane. It's actually insane. Like, even if you did 47 times 2, that's 94. So 47 times 2, that's 94. So that's almost 2 strikeouts per inning. I mean, that's basically Mason Miller. Quintanilla is the pick. All right. Victor Quintanilla. That'll be the selection. Big Mike. Victor Big Mike Quintanilla. Where does the Mike come into play? I don't know, but that'll be the selection. All right. New York, they're going to be autoed. Carolina will be autoed as well. Omar Pineda is the next selection. That's a pretty good one for New York. I think that works for them. Just look at what Pineda is bringing to the table here. Contact, avoiding Ks, BABIP, decent speed. Not going to hit for a lot of power, but it can grow just a little bit. The eye is going to get a little bit better. Good defense. He's got a good arm. So that's a good selection for New York. They need some more offensive pieces out there. Carolina is going to take Jose Cruz. I didn't really see much on... Oh, yeah, I remember Jose Cruz hitting 408. They like his power. They like his eye. Not going to be a contact dude by any means. So I think they're just looking for the power from Jose Cruz. Now, Columbus is the next pick here. They will take Tim Johnson, who has got some good potential here. Man, look at this. Speed, stealing. He's aggressive, decent defender. The power is going to come a little bit later. The gap power, but not a lot of contact. So kind of a similar player to Jose Cruz in Carolina. All right, last pick will be for the LA Knights, and that's going to do it for our draft. Anybody else that didn't make it, like, they're not going to exist. So that's also something that we got to think about, guys. If we don't take Corey Karras, he's gone. There is no Corey Karras. He doesn't exist. If we don't take Tim Gutierrez, he doesn't exist. Gordy Herring, these guys don't get drafted. They're not in the GGBL. Anybody that's in round 2 in the GGBL draft, not here in Out of the Park, but in the show, we're possibly going to rename them. So real quick here, real quick example, real quick. So in the scouting, none of these guys will probably be taken in round number 1, right? But we're going to rename all these dudes. So if Michigan takes this dude, Roger Duchamp, Brett Arnez, Grover Ventura, like, I hate these names, okay? Tadahito Watanabe. That's a great name. But Felipe Villanueva, Felipe Casto, Luis Batista, like, we need... Out of the Park does such a great job with the player names that I want to replace these guys. So that's what we're going to do. These guys will end up being custom players drafted in round 1. There'll be some of those non-custom guys like Victor Quintanilla that was just drafted. But anybody else that's drafted in like round 2 in here in the show, they're going to be subject to rename. And I'm going to talk to you guys more about that in the off season. Don't want to get too into the weeds with it. You guys might get confused. That's fine, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So let's get back to the draft. The final pick for LA. What are we looking at, Rico? What are we looking at here? Did Halpert get drafted? I don't think he's up here, but we can go back and see real quick. Like statistics-wise, right? Let's see. Oh, it shows the Nuggets here. Hayden Carver hit 376. All right. Where was Halpert? Wasn't he on Denver, right? Oh, yep, there he is. Matt Halbert. He's 21, so I think he can get into the draft. He's a 1-star, 1.5-star potential right fielder. Okay, so that makes sense there. So if we go back and we go to the rookie draft and we say sortable list and we say what we need to go to right fielders, and there he is, Matt Halbert. Okay, so there he is. So Matt Halbert might not even exist either. if Rico doesn't want to go that route. But I'm waiting on Rico right now. We need to ping Rico. Oh, there he is. What's different from potential and overall? Overall is where they're at currently, and then their potential is how good they can be. So it's just like the show where you have a potential rating and then you have your overall rating. How good you are currently and how good you're going to be. So like, for example, here in Out of the Park, it looks like Herring is a 2.5 star overall, and he's a 2.5 star potential, which makes sense because all of his currents and potential, there's no room for him to grow. Like, he just is what he is. For Gutierrez, it looks like he's got a little bit of room to wiggle here, room to grow. So they're going to give him a 2.5, apparently. Let's see if we go to like, let's see. This one, like Tony Maldonado. His stuff's currently a 30, but it could be a 65. His fastball's a 35, could be a 70. Same thing with a cutter, right? So they're going to give him another boost in the potential. So. All right. What do we want to do? Last pick. Last pick, Rico. I don't want to rush you, but what do we want to look at? Sort by potential. Okay. There you go. Couple closers. We got Karras. We got Sandoval. We got Ray Allen. Justin Baker. What's this guy's deal? That's not bad. Avoiding Ks. Contact and BABIP. Not super fast. Decent defender. Justin Baker. What's Ray Allen's deal? It's mid. He's mid. Corey Karras is probably the best player left on the board. And it'll be sad because Corey Karras will die. If you don't take Corey Karras, Rico, he's dead. He'll never live again. He's gone. Now, for you guys, you do have Francisco Alvarez, and that's pretty much it. You do have a guy named Caden Bodine at 2263C. But after that, it's pretty barren. So maybe Karras is the guy. Hector Sandoval is pretty decent. The gap power is pretty legit. Avoiding Ks is legit too. He did hit 472. Can play short a little bit too. He's a middle infielder guy. Right now you have Gleyber Torres. There's a 79B, and then it drops off to 67. And you're a little old there. A little old. Shortstops, of course, you've got Lindor and Brooks Lee. But then you have Luis Pena, 1965B. So shortstops are fine, but I don't know. I think you could go either one of these guys. Sandoval or Karras would be my suggestions. Karras is the pick. All right. Karras it is. And that is going to do it. All right, the draft has been complete. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, wait, what? What? No. Why did it do that? What? What just happened? Is that a bug? That's okay. I've got the video. I got the video. We're good. I don't know what this is. I hope it's like not gonna do that, because that doesn't make any sense. Janitzer clearly has a Breeze logo on. Shinoda. Okay, that's not gonna bother me. I got the video, and all these guys' statistics in here doesn't matter. So even if they do play for Colorado or Kansas City or Richmond, that's hilarious, by the way. Hideo Kojima to the my boy goes to my team. Yeah, it's so funny. So this doesn't matter. If this is what ends up happening, it doesn't matter. But anyway, all right, we'll finish the day. The draft has passed. Draft pool. All right, we're good. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into... let's see. Let's get into the actual... Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm just kind of poking around here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and save this up. And let's get into the All-Star game stuff, man. Let's do it. Let us do it. All right. Idea left-handed infielder when? You tell me, man. Whenever the show allows you to do it, they always take them out You put them in the game and they take them out. So I wish I could make it happen, but they don't allow you to do it. All right, guys. Well, let's get into the All-Star game, the Home Run Derby. Again, we are going to go ahead and simulate all the way past the draft in the GGBL. We've already done it in the Out of the Park baseball piece. So let's go ahead and sim, baby, sim. We're going to simulate the draft. And we're going to stop the sim. The draft picks will have to get... See, so like this guy, Miguel Perez, he's not going to exist. Miguel Perez is going to be Karros, the guy that they just drafted, that catcher. And we got to do that inside the offseason. All right, so here are your All-Star voting. It should be what the All-Star team is going to look like here for the NL. You got J-Ram at third, Langford, Buxton, Carroll rounding out the outfield, Trey Turner, X up the middle. You got Vladdy, DeGrom, and Langoliers. Pretty good NL team right there. Let's see what the AL is bringing here. They got Juan Soto, Trent what? The AL looks really weak, guys. I'm just saying. You got Raleigh and Nico Horner, though. Okay. Kentucky Strings, they always play well in gameplay, but you got Pete Alonso, Scooble, Betts, and Michael Garcia. I don't know, guys. I think the NL's probably going to win. Just saying. For Madison, I want to know what's going on here. I guess they like Trent Grisham, 19 bombs, 46 ribbies, 258. I guess they need a representative for the Muskies because I don't think anybody else is playing well enough. Maybe Drake Baldwin? I don't know. That's who I would have picked rather than Trent Grisham. What about Ricky Holderman? 300 batting average? Come on, man. Ricky, give Ricky some love. But, all right, guys. So let's get into the Home Run Derby. We also do need to decide What stadium are we going to go into? What custom stadium are we going to head into here? Which GGBL stadium? I don't know. I think for the first ever, do I want to make the pick or do I want you guys to make the pick? Like, we could go to San Diego with Coronado. We could go to the Burnside Dome. For Phoenix, we got Renway. We got LA Memorial. We got Hook, which is for Madison. Slim Jim Stadium. I think isn't that Columbus? I think that's Columbus. Habitat for Humanity. Ooh, I forget whose that is. Honeycomb, obviously that makes sense. That's Atlanta's. General Mills Park. Lakeshore Park at the Navy Pier. Golden Gate. Commonwealth Park at Churchill Downs. It's Kentucky. Moonshot Casino. That might be the favorite here. We got Freedom Field for Boston. We have not seen the home. We have not seen a home game for Boston, have we? The Snake Pit, that's Houston. DMV, Washington. Mallard Stadium, Michigan. Frontier Ballpark, I believe that is... Ooh, we just saw this. This stadium. Lone Star Dome, that is San Antonio. Go to Vegas. Clemente Field, that's Pittsburgh. The Hammers, we got New Era Grounds, that's New Orleans. Hellsberg Diamond. Ooh. That's the Monarchs. Yep. Monarchs. We got Fairview. Diamond Joe, that's Iowa. Times Square looks pretty good. Like, that might be my pick, honestly. Go to New York. Orlando. Colorado. Richmond. Then back around here. Carter says Honeycomb. My vote is for DMV or General Mills. I should have done this at the very beginning of the stream, honestly, just to get more of a consensus. But I think I'm going to make the pick, guys. I think I'm going to make the pick. I think we got to start off with New York. Got to start off with New York. We're going to do standard. We're going to say no timeouts. We're going to do 1 minute. 1 minute rounds. We're going to go all CPU. And here's your field. So you got Shohei, Raleigh, Judge, Jordan, Alonso, Vladdy, Murakami, and Kevin Stoitz. This guy doesn't go away. Kevin Stoitz does not go away. He's insane, man. He's insane. He's going to be with us forever, isn't he? So I don't know if they're going to do the same format as before, but we'll check it out here. But let's get it underway. Let's get it underway. Remember, channel points will be up for grabs here. And by the way, how is the audio? Let me know how the audio is. I think it might be a little quiet. We're going to actually turn it up a little bit. Let me know how that audio is working here. So let me see what's going on here. Top 4 advance to second round. Okay, this is different. What the heck was that? Never mind. This is a little different. Let's pause this. So top 4 advance to second round. So I guess for channel points, how we're going to have to do this is you guys are going to have to let me know who your top 4 are. You're going to have to let me know who your top 4 are. Could be anybody. Could be Stoitz, could be Murakami, could be Raleigh, could be Jordan. Whatever your top 4 is, that's going to advance to the second round. So we're going to do this round by round. Kind of sucky, though, that they've got the real team logos on the hats instead of the custom teams, but we can see past that. That's fine. Channel points for guessing the top 4. You don't have to be perfect. So any one that you get inside the top 4 is going to be worth 50 channel points. So if you get them all perfect, obviously that's 50 times 4. That's 200. You'll get 200 points. I'll give you an extra 50 just for having a perfect group. Okay, and then we're gonna do it in. We're gonna do kind of the same thing in round number 2. So my picks. This is tough because there's so many really good power hitters. I think it might help to know the dimensions of the stadium, but I think I might go with a lefty here. I think I'm gonna take. I'll take Shohei. I'll take Raleigh. I'll take Judge. Ooh. Judge feels like I don't know. Judge feels like I don't know. Judge feels like a trap. Judge feels like a trap. Yeah. I'm going to go Shohei, Raleigh, Vladdy. And Stoits. Shohei, Raleigh, Vladdy, Stoits. Those are my picks. Shohei, Raleigh, Vladdy, and Stoits. I'm going to go with Stoits. I think there's something with that batting stance, man. So those are my picks. I'm actually going to type that in the chat right here. So, Vladdy, Ohtani, Vladdy, Raleigh, Stoits. Okay, so remember, if you don't have to be perfect, but you get an extra 50 if you're perfect. But everyone that you get right, you're going to get 50 channel points. So let's do it. You guys ready? We got Carter vying for some channel points. We got Vibes, Mena, TCG, Rico, War Thunder, Kellen. I think we're ready. I think we're good to go. Oh, Mena's updating. Okay. All right, let's do it. Remember, so it's... Okay, so they get 14 pitches. I didn't know that. They get 14 pitches to work with. And there's a timer. I don't know about this camera angle. Oh, Shohei's not going to get it done, is he? He's got 3. Oh, no. Shohei. There we go. Ooh, so they count the takes count against you. Wow. What is this now? What is this? Oh, you make outs now? This is like a this is like a hybrid. I didn't realize the home run derby like changed. 425-foot home run equals 1 out. So you got to hit it longer than 425. What is this? What is this format? All right, Shohei got 4. I don't know if that's going to cut it. Let's see what Raleigh's going to do here. That'll be 1. Looking like you got the no doubt animation. Raleigh's only got 3. Oh my god. You're running out of time, Cal. Oh, he did yank that one in here. Yeah, what is that? What is that noise? What is that noise? I keep hearing, it's like a duck. Is that in the stream? Am I freaking out? What am I hearing? Mike Elgato. Desktop, everything's good here. I don't know, man. All right, so Cal's the leader in the clubhouse here with 5. Pete's in the house. Ooh, Judge is in his hometown right here, man. Hometown with the team he plays for, the Pizzazz. This is their stadium. Oh, man, Judge. I just said Judge was the trap, but yeah, he's definitely he's top 4 at least at this point. Yeah, now he's the leader. No, he missed. No, he's the leader now. One more pitch. Is that one gonna get out? Oh, just barely. Oh no, he's the leader. I should have picked Judge. No, I should have taken. What an idiot. Oh my God, 462. He just made me eat it, man. He just made me eat it. Oh, I see. So you can get up to 4 outs. I gotcha. So if you hit longer than 4, I think it was 425, right? Yeah. All right, so 10 home runs for Judge. He's secured his spot. Next up is Jordan. I don't know if anybody took Jordan. I hear a dog barking, says Kellen. Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from. Dude, I'm so confused. I don't know. Yeah, you hear that? Like, what is that? What is that? I don't know where it's coming from. They might have put a dog in the stadium. Is that a thing? Dude, it's driving me nuts. What is it? Good Boys from 23 haunting us. Yeah, it is. Jordan's got 6. Man, I wanted Jordan too. Well, my top 4 is not working out. Shohei and Raleigh. I think Shohei had what, 3? No, he had 4. Yeah, he had 4. So the top 2 are going to be Jordan and Judge. For sure. We got 10 already here. We got Judge with 9. All right, so you're obviously your top 4 here right now are Jordan, Judge, Raleigh, and Ohtani, because 4 have gone. So Pete Alonso, all you got to do is hit more than 4, and Ohtani is eliminated. Which Ohtani might actually make it somehow. Well, maybe not. No, did he pull it? Did he pull it? Did he pull it? Yeah, he did. Gotta get 3 outs. Ohtani only survives if Alonso does not get a home run, which he did right there. So Ohtani he could be eliminated right here. He gets his 5th. Yep, there you go. All right, so Ohtani's eliminated. Not a good selection by yours truly. Wow, he hit that now. Okay. Man, dude, my pick sucked. I mean, look at this. He got Alonso with 9. He got Judge with 10. He got Jordan with 9. I mean, Cal Raleig's on the hook, too. Oh, my God, Vladdy. How do you drill that? Did anybody else take Otani? Mena took Otani, Alvarez, Alonso, and Murakami. Kellen took Otani, Judge, Guerrero, and Stoitz. Man, a lot of people took Otani. Man, Shohei is screwing a lot of people. Just like in fantasy. Just like in fantasy. He does that a lot to me. Oh, Bobby Witt's day today. I just traded for Bobby Witt, guys. I just traded for him. He's giving me like 3 games. I acquired him on Monday. Monday, the 15th. So he's given me the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. He's given me a 1, 2, 3, 4. He's given me 4 games. Bobby Witt's given me 4 games. Oh, man. Now he's hurt. Knee discomfort. Nice. Yeah, Otani probably gambled on himself to lose. Probably. I wouldn't. I think there's something to that, man. All right, here we go. Murakami steps in for the good boys. The representative. So Vladdy could be on the hook here with 4 home runs. We already know Shohei's eliminated. I think Vladdy's then eliminated too, right? Otani 4, Raleigh. Yeah, so who are the leaders, right? We got, right now it's Raleigh, Judge, Jordan, and Pete. So those are your top 4 right now. So Murakami has to hit more than 5. He's got to hit more than 5. And he could still do it. This one gets out Apo Taco. He's got 3 outs to get 1 more home run to tie Pete. Sorry, to tie Raleigh. Oh, so the dog in the stadium is cheering Murakami on right now. So I think that's going to eliminate Cal Raleigh at this point, right? Yeah, that's going to do it. Yep. Look at that. Pretty much the bar was like 8 or 9 home runs, and like my top 2 guys didn't do jack. So wait, I took Vladdy too, didn't I? Yeah, Otani, Vladdy, Raleigh, and Stoitz. my top 4 were terrible. So Stoitz, you're gonna need, in order to be in the top 4, Stoitz has to hit. He's got to hit 10, right? Because you got Murakami and Alonso tied at 9. Stoitz can hit 9. And I think they have a tiebreaker at that point because you've got to figure that out. So Stoitz needs to at least hit 9. If he hits 8, he's not in. Because Judge, Jordan, Pete, and Murakami will be your top 4. So Stoitz needs 9. He can't hit 8. He's got to hit 9. Honestly, though, is that a thing? Is that a thing? Like, you can put, like, dogs in here? Like, what is that noise? It sounds like a duck. Goose. Something, I don't know, man. It's weird. Stoy's got 6. He's got 3 outs. to play with here. 7. Look at this dude, man. He's insane. He keeps doing it. He's going to go opposite field, too. Line drive. Dude, this guy's insane. He doesn't even need to do this anymore. He can just stop. He can quit right now. He's the last guy to go. Like, he doesn't have to keep hitting home runs. He's got 11. He says, that's okay. I want to be the leader in the clubhouse. Oh, my gosh. 12. 428. He's in the bonus round. He keeps going. Oh my goodness. Was that 455? Oh, okay. Finally an out. Another one. Jeez, 15 bombs. Stoits, calm down there, bud. 455. Can't see how you hear a duck? Well, of course you can't see it because you can't hear things that you see. Oh. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I don't know, it sounds like a duck to me. I hear it's more like, it's not like a woof woof, it's like a I don't know, man. It's weird. Anyway, so there you go. I was just reading about Bobby Witt. Okay, so we got our top 4. Jordan, Pete, Stoits, and Judge. So at least I got Stoits, right? That was my only one. So I get 50 points. I don't know if anybody had this group of players for their top 4. I don't think anybody got a perfect. There's a dog prop? Okay, okay, all right. So I guess it has to be a dog. TCG says, I can't understand how you hear a duck. That is absolutely a dog. Well, I don't have my volume turned all the way up also. So there's that. I don't have my volume turned up because if I did, you'd get a reverberation and a echo, and we can't have that. So I can hear something, but I can't make it out. So there you go. Okay, top 4. I think at this point we're just selecting who do you think is going to get to the finals and then pick your winner. So this is it's a little harder to get, so I'm going to offer 100 channel points to those that get the correct prediction. I think I'm going to go Stoits. That'll be worth 100 if you get that right. And then on the other side, you got Jordan and Judge. It'll be 100 if you get that right too. So I'm going to go Stoits, and then I'm going to go Judge. I think you got Stoits and Judge to face off. 100 channel points for every correct prediction. Stoits, Judge, yep. Rico says Stoits and Alvarez. You got Mena, Carter, War Thunder. All right, let's do it. We'll determine the winner later. You guys make a prediction there. Yeah, it's got to be the dog prop. Because it was all on pause and I didn't hear a thing. So I want to see where this dog is. Is he behind home plate? So Pete's got something to say about this. 449. Got 4 outs to play with here. Line drive bomb as well. No, Stoitz he had 15 bombs, guys. Oh, is it gonna be nope? Wow. All right, Alonso had 9. That's a pretty good round, but Stoitz with 15, like, you know, he's gonna be shooting for that again. Oh, okay. Well, that one's got to be gone. 455. Oh, you can't swing at that. You can't swing at that. I don't think you got enough of that one. Nope. Oh no, Stoitz is gonna lose it. He's losing it unless he gets on a streak right here. All right, starting to feel it now. Up to 5. He's got 3 outs to play with. Is that one gonna go? Nope. Oh no, Stoitz, don't screw us all. Come on, man. Keep going. You got the bonus round here. You got 3 more bombs to go get. He likes this one. Has it got enough stretch to it? Yes, it does. 426. Does that one have enough too? Yes, it does. 2 outs to play with. Needs 2 home runs. He's going to foul this one off. This is it. He's got 1 out to play with. Down by 1 home run, and he pulled it foul. Alonso advances to the next round. Who picked Alonso? Did anybody pick Alonso? No, nobody took Alonso. Everybody took Stoitz. Stoitz and Alvarez, Stoitz and Judge. All right, well, it's going to be Pete Alonso against either Jordan or Judge. Oh, War Thunder picked Alonso? Where? Oh, yeah, he did. Alonso versus Judge. Okay, all right. He's still in it, man. So War Thunder's got 100 from that first round. We'll see if... Judge is going to beat Jordan. Looks like it might happen. He's only got 5. Already got 2 outs as well. All right, now he's turning it on. Number 8. Is this one going to go? He seems to like it. Is he got a stretch? No. Not enough. So he swings and misses for the last out. Jordan swings. How embarrassing. He swings and misses for the last out, and then he's all pumped up. He's like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, so Judge, he needs 9. He needs 9. It'll be Judge versus Alonso. And then War Thunder will have predicted it perfectly at that point. Drive, but foul. Perfect, but foul. Okay. You heard that, right? 431 dead center. Okay, he needs 3. 3 to tie. 2 to tie. Ooh, Judge likes that one too. I think he's got this one. I think he's got it. We're all tied up. 4 outs left. Only need 1. Is this it? Yes! Aaron Judge will advance to the finals. It'll be Judge versus Alonso. All right, guys. More channel points ready to go here. 100 points. Yet again, 100 points. So, War Thunder got 100 just for taking the correct championship contenders here. But what do we got? We got Judge and Alonso. Who do you like? Who do you like here? I'm gonna go with Judge. I think Judge is gonna do it. I think we went to his house. We're in New York. I think he's gonna do it. And actually, it's pretty cool because Pete Alonso played in New York, right, for the Mets, and then the GGBL happens, and he gets put out there to Colorado through the fantasy draft. Judge stays in New York, so maybe Pete feels like, hey, I want a little retribution right here. So it's kind of a cool storyline here between Alonso and Judge. But yeah, I think Judge is going to defend the home turf here, and I think he's going to get a win. Just waiting on you guys' predictions there. I think Judge. I got Judge. Do we have Grant Holmes, like, just throwing BP all day long to these guys? What? Yoda? You did sound like Yoda? What do you mean? Yoda? What did I say? Is it how I said it? Because I didn't do a Yoda voice. Oh, War Thunder. Oh, Judge, I got you. Judge, I got. Judge, I got. You guys with the sound and then the reading and the visual thing, it's very confusing. Look at Pete Alonso, dude. He's got 11 home runs. Oh my gosh, dude. He's making me pay. You gotta love the storyline, though. He comes back to New York and steals it away from Judge. I think Pete's got this one, guys. 12. All right, Judge needs 13. Let's see if he's got it. Got a long way to go. He seems to have the swing down right now. Nope. Yanked that one. 12-4. He does have the the bonus round here. All right, he needs 8. He needs 8 home runs with 3 outs. I don't know if it's going to happen, guys. He needs 7 home runs with 2 outs left to give. He has to try to get that 425 home run, though. He's been close the last couple of homers, but he needs that 4 outs. Look at that, 423. He's had 421, 422, 423. He just can't get there. One more out to give. Is this one going to go or stay foul? It's foul. It had the distance, but it's a foul ball. And Pete Alonso will be the winner. And again, it plays into the storyline there. Did you see that handshake at the end? Alonso's like, hey, like, bro, give me a little something here. So Pete Alonso will take the Home Run Derby championship in GGBL season number 1. Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for the Home Run Derby, and we're going to get into the All-Star game. It's All-Star game time, guys. Let's do it. Let us do it. And let's also take a look at the rosters. We will turn on quick counts just to get through the game. But we got Scooble, Crochet, Evaldi, Noah Cameron, Bradford, Randy Rodriguez, Ferrer, Santana, Iglesias. Okay. Kind of a limited pitching staff there. Kyle Tucker for Minnesota. Soto with Vegas. Jordan with Pittsburgh. Right, yep, Pittsburgh. You got Raleigh with Kentucky. Alonso, of course, with Colorado. Duran, Iowa. Garcia with Kansas City. Betts with Iowa. Iowa's got some good representation here. So do the Strings with Nico Horner. We got Grisham, Okamoto. Okay, let's see. Bobby Witt's on the bench. What's up with that? Who's the shortstop? Mookie Betts. I guess, is he having a better season? 290, 20 with 50. Yeah, Mookie Betts is having the better season. But we got Judge on the bench, too. Aaron Judge is sitting the bench. Okay, who's the right fielder? Kyle Tucker. Soto. I mean, these guys will get in the game. Like, I'm not gonna mess with this. That's fine. All right. On the NL side, do we have any custom players at all? We got DeGrom, Schlittler, Rasmussen, Castillo, Woo, 8-4. DeGrom has just been amazing. Oviedo, a .49. Wow. Okay. No customs there. And I didn't think there would be, but I know Stoitz should be in here. I have seen, like, sometimes guys that are in the Home Run Derby, but they're actually not on the roster. It's weird. I think that happened, like, in 21 way back when. But Acuna, Otani, Guerrero, Buxton, J-Ram, Pedro Pajes. Wow. I guess some representation for Carolina, I guess. Ketel Marte, Gunnar Henderson. Yeah, it's a pretty stacked NL, guys. I think I'm going to take the NL. That's going to be my pick, is the NL. But you guys know the rosters. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Who's going to win? Quick counts will be on. Clear skies. We're ready to go. NL or AL? 300 channel points for the correct prediction. 300. Quick counts are on. We're just going to get through the game because we also want to talk about trade blocks, trade festival. We got a little sim to do at the very end of our stream. This is going to be a problem, though. I don't know if we're going to be able to do... What is this? I'm going to have to message the show. Be like, can we fix this? Guys, oh, this sucks. I don't think we're going to be able to do the All-Star game. We're going to have to sim it. Because this is not cool. We got everybody. We got the GGBLers wearing the MLB jerseys.
That's ball 2.
Ouch. Whatever. Whatever. We'll try to see past it.
Ball 3.
We get Juan Soto in an athletic jersey. Oh, everybody says sim it, sim it, sim it, sim it.
That's ball 4.
They can't even get that right. Who are the Padres? Oh, you guys want to sim? Wow. Okay. All right. I guess it really takes you out of it, doesn't it?
That's ball 2.
All right. You guys said. But, we at least got it. Hey, what did I tell you? The Muskies suck. All I needed was Yordan Alvarez, right? And we don't need the PCI turned on. And we hit a bomb to straight center field. Let's go. Oh, funny. Bunt. And then we're gonna get a little action here. We're going to get some Acuna against Scooble in a red Anaheim Angels jersey. Oh my god. Wait, is the pitch speed still turned on? Nope, Scooble's just amazing. Actually, wait, hold up. I think it is. I'm giving everybody channel points at this point. Yeah, I think the pitch speed's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, oh, it is one tick higher. If I can't tie this up, I'm going to give everybody channel points. Oh, okay. I forgot there's code counts. Not that would have mattered. All right, Shohei. The AL wins all riot. Oh my god. Okay, Scooble, you're ridiculous. What if I take him out of the game? Chasing at everything. Strickle changes his best pitch. That's interesting. Oh yeah, we'll spit on that. We'll spit on that. 3-1, you gotta give me the fastball. Come on. You... Oh. All right. Shoot. Like I said, I'm gonna give everybody channel points. This doesn't matter. It's a little disappointing. I would have much rather have had. I would have much rather have had either custom uniforms or just the. I guess they don't have all-star jerseys anymore, right? Like in real life, they are going back to wearing the actual team uniform. So like the show is coded that way, and it is what it is. I would have liked to see them bring in the actual uniforms that we're using, the custom uniforms. I don't know why that's not programmed that way. It should be pretty easy. Like we're already using it for an entire league, so why can't they bring that in? I think I am going to message them just to see if we can't get like a little patch or something. But all right, interested to see the futures. I want to see if there's any custom guys on the futures teams. You got Gauge Jump. Okay, nothing there. We do have some top 50 players here. George Lombard, Condon, Rainier, Thayer Hope, Theo Gillen. He's Madison Muskie. Josh Baez. Okay. I didn't see anybody there. Go in the NL. I guess the futures wouldn't make much sense because all the custom guys are like on the major league team. So these guys wouldn't be in here. But okay. All right. Don't see anything there, guys. But let's go ahead and sim out. Today is the day to sign draft picks. Okay, so again, just as a reminder, so these dudes that Madison drafted, right? Ross Moeller is a pitcher. We're going to recreate this guy, all right? So we're going to actually recreate all of the round one players. So even if we sign these dudes, like it doesn't matter. Like we're going to recreate them into the people that were just drafted in out of the park. Same thing with Luis Batista, Felipe Casto, Brett Arnaz, Yuichiro Takahashi. We're going to rename him. All the round one guys are going to be renamed. So for tasks, we're going to actually do, we're going to turn this onto auto. Contract signings to auto. I really got to make sure that this is right. We don't really want to lose time. So let's see. Tasks, scouting is manual. We're going to do contracts. Are going to be auto. And then for the casual teams, everything is already on auto. So let's just make sure, like for a team like okay, so San Antonio is already working on that. They're autoed as it is. Oops, nope. Want to sign to auto. Phoenix, they're autoed. User team, like Richmond, they gotta set theirs up, and they will because it's autoed up. So if I simulate here, this should be on auto, right? We're not getting any. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. We're good there. So we're gonna simulate all the way up here to the 29th. We're right here. So we are now in the trade festival time of the year. I do want to go back real quick. Guys, for the All-Star Game stuff, I'm going to give everybody channel points. Everybody that was playing in it, you guys are going to get your 300 for free. So thanks for joining the stream. That's basically what we're doing here. Okay, so we're here at the Trade Festival officially. July 29th, 30th, and the 31st. So we are now going to turn on the sliders up to default. We're going to apply those changes. We're going to say no. And we are going to save progress here. And I'm going to give you guys a little rundown here of how this is going to work. And we're also going to reveal some of the ambassadors trade blocks. Okay, so how this is going to work inside of the show, of course, as you guys know, that we have team ambassadors, right? So if I go to tasks up here and I go to assign presets, everybody that's in sim, those are the teams that have an ambassador assigned to them. So Boston, Chicago, Copperheads, Knights, Muskies, Mallards, Cyclones, Richmond, San Diego, and Vancouver. So those are all the teams that have a ambassador assigned to them. Basically, that means I'm allowing the ambassadors to accept, reject, or even modify or counter trade offers that they get from the CPU. Got a little group chat inside of Discord, and I'm talking with those guys and making sure that they know all the trades that are coming to them. And if they want to make trade offers to the CPU or other team ambassadors, they can do that. So we'll use the good boys here, for example. So in their trade hub, if we go to trade block, these are all the players that they have told me that they're on the trade block. They're going to be actively seeking offers for these players. It's a little concerning that Richmond wants to give up on Brandon Lau in the middle of a playoff race. They're 58-50, but to each their own. To each their own. So if they want to give up Brandon Lau for maybe something a little better, like maybe another pitcher, something like that, I don't know. But whatever offer they get for Brandon Lau, I'm going to let them know what that offer is, and they can either accept it, reject it, counter it, modify it, right? They can kind of finagle it from there. The one stipulation here, the asterisk, is if an ambassador wants to make a trade with a CPU team, right? Let's say for example, let's do Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh, they've got Yates and Loizaga up on their board. They might actually be a bad example. Let's move on to New York. All right, New York's a little bit better of an example. They got better players up on the board. So if, let's say, they offer Jojo Romero and Colby Allard to Richmond for Brandon Lau, right? That might be an offer that actually happens. They send that over to Richmond. I let Richmond know. Richmond says, yes, I want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. I kind of like the idea of trading with New York. Maybe I want to modify that trade. They can only modify the trade by looking at players that are on the CPU's board, if that makes sense. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to get into a situation where, I want to go after Aaron Judge. What's it going to take to get Aaron Judge? Or what's it going to take to get Matt Chapman? What's it going to take to, this what-if scenario thing that happens, right? I got to send screenshots. I got to do videos. It's too much, right? So the CPU might end up offering players that are not even on their board in order to go get Brandon Lau. That could happen too. But for a user, for the team ambassador, what I'm really looking for is I'm looking for guys that are just going to be looking at the trade block for the CPU. If the CPU says, yeah, dude, I'll give you Aaron Judge and I'll give you Matt Chapman, for this, that, and the other, to Richmond, they get that offer and they want to do it, then yeah, fine, go do it. Because the CPU is initiating that and you can take that deal. So that's kind of how the trade festival is going to work, especially when we start considering the team ambassadors and how they're going to get involved in trading. And some ambassadors might end up making trades with each other, like Madison, right? I might be contacting someone from Richmond, or I might be contacting someone from Vancouver and say, hey, I want to trade you to Oscar Hernandez. You might need him for a playoff chase, right? So it could happen. But anyway, that's how the trade festival is going to work. So now they've got kind of that set up. Here is the official trade block for every single team across the GGBL. So for Pittsburgh, they got a couple relievers up here. Boston, we need an updated trade block for them. They're a user-controlled team. We already know what New York is looking like. We got Sanchez, Walls, Church. So some pretty good players here. From Kentucky, that looks like what their goal is right now. It looks like they're trying to deal some of their prospects for maybe a big bat, maybe another arm, something more that's going to help them in a playoff push. Columbus, though, they got Luke Casey, Minter, and Stevenson up on their board. I think things might have changed for them. I think they were a team that really was trying to push to like sell, but I think they're looking like they're going to stand pat, actually. So I think their block actually changed. Interesting. Chicago, same thing. I need to get their updated block. Here's what we're looking to do. Looking to consolidate a little bit. We're going to try to get rid of some of these players that still have some value, but they're not really producing, like Ozzy, Teoscar, Iglesias. Grisham is our all-star, but I think we can deal him. 29 years old. How much more is Grisham going to give us? All right. Cutter Crawford, Duvall, Paddock, Yastrzemski, Lamont Wade, DeYoung. So some good experience across the board here for Madison, but we're looking to sell, baby, sell, because we're not making the playoffs. Iowa, they are probably looking to, looks like, sell some of their younger pieces. Again, trying to make a push for the postseason. Minnesota, pretty limited list. Looks like their recommended strategies to stand pat. San Antonio looks like they're the big seller here. They got Burns, Merrill Kelly, Swanson, Arozarena, Morion. Wow, they're really selling. So between Madison and San Antonio, we apparently both are big time sellers here. For the Phoenix Firebirds, they want to get rid of Dylan Beavers, Kumar Rocker, Landon Knack. Yeah, man. Youngsters. Josh Baez. Dang. Okay. Okay, Cole Carrig. All right. Las Vegas. What is their goal right now? What are they doing? They're a small seller. What's their record right now? Yeah, 12.5 back, 3 games under 500. Yeah, I think I agree with that. But still some good players here for a playoff run. So if you see any of these players getting moved, you'll know why. Colorado, Salvi. I don't know who's going to take on Salvi right now. I just don't see anybody really wanting a 35-year-old catcher that's hitting 244. But, okay. Now, this is interesting. Kansas City, they're a big seller. They're getting rid of Michael King. I would assume that Michael King is going to be like the hottest ticket item on the trade market. Plus Mike Trout. Mike Trout's available too. Benintendi, Molly, Jake Rogers, Bueller. Man, they are selling hard. They are selling hard, is Kansas City. They might get a ton of offers. Orlando looks like they're trying to get rid of some youngsters here, again, to make a big playoff push. Dax Kilby, interesting. One of the Yankees' top prospects, Braden Montgomery for the White Sox. But who are these guys? We don't know who those players, those teams are anymore. Jordan Lawler for the D-backs. Dalton Rushing, Ryan Ritter. Same thing here with Miami. Of course, they're in first place in the NL East. They should be selling. Try to get more offers there for a playoff push. Back to Richmond. Yep, Freddie Freeman, Blake Snell. Looks like Carolina is a huge seller. They're looking for anything, any offer that you can give them. They're looking to get younger. Washington looking to move on from Nasim Nunez. Okay, Cater Montero, Perales, Rodriguez, Tommy Troy. There's some decent players right here. I think I might try to make a move with Washington. I kind of like, I'm a big Tommy Troy guy. So, maybe. Houston's got Lugo and McKinstry on their block. Nashville. This is kind of crazy. Why would you get rid of your two young catchers? But, okay, more power to you guys. Andrew Painter. Why? Andrew Painter's 22 years old. You really want to deal him? Tim Tawa. Kalen Culpepper. What is going on? Kendall George. That's kind of funny, actually. Kendall George and Kalen Culpepper. I have both those guys in the next Twins video coming up. That's funny. What are they doing? Big buyer. Okay. All right. What's their record? 57-50. So they're trying to shoot for that NL Central. So that makes sense for Nashville. OKC. I think you guys might be a little surprised right here. I think you guys might be pretty surprised. Griffin, Jacks, Lodolo, Burleson, Hoffman, Holmes, Stevenson, Lau, Vientos, Detmers. You're not there yet. Foley, Marinaccio, and Ohtani. They're looking to move on from Shohei Ohtani. They are listed as a big seller. They're currently 9 games under 500. They're 8.5 back from the division. In the standings here for the wild card, they're 8.5 back from the wild card as well. So they are looking at Ohtani as a trade chip here to try to get a ton back. 31 years old. He's going to probably give you, I don't know, maybe 4 more seasons, 5 more seasons of elite play, and then he's probably going to be done. And if you look at his numbers here, yes, he's got more contact against lefties. The power has gone up a touch as well. But there are some signs of regression here from the contact against righties, too. Vision's going down a little bit. Defensive numbers are going down just a touch. So, I don't know. Maybe it is the right time to sell on Ohtani. So, if that happens, they are going to receive a ton of offers. They're going to receive a ton of offers from the CPU. I can just see it. Maybe even some of those team ambassadors that are looking to move on from some of those pieces that they've got. And I'm just curious to see what's going to happen inside those DMs. It could get pretty crazy. The market for Ohtani is going to be nuts. But New Orleans looking to sell again some of their younger players here. Maybe not. I mean, Eduardo Rodriguez, not young, but Franklin Arias, Josu DePaula. Yep, makes sense. They're a small buyer. They're trying to get better for the playoff push. Garrett Cole and Framber Valdez and Pablo Lopez and Mitch Keller. Their whole staff. Their whole staff. They're a big seller. They'll probably get a lot of offers. Trevor Story, Adam Frazier, Ty France, Joey Bart. Yeah, a lot of movement here for Atlanta. Seattle. Kate Anderson. Wow. Okay, Kate Anderson. Eduardo Tait. Ethan Holiday. Reese Hines. Henry Bolte. There's some good youngsters right here for Seattle. Vancouver, we got to get their block updated. Then Kevin Ginkel for LA. Bryson Stott, Tyone, Darvish, J-Ram, and Jose Siri. Interesting move there for San Diego. San Diego's only 1 game back. They're 9 games above 500, and they want to deal Jose Ramirez. I don't know about that move. 21 homers, 303 batting average. They're acting like a seller. I don't know. It'd be interesting if maybe they can swing a deal for Ohtani. I don't know. Would Oklahoma City even want J-Ram? I don't know. Maybe Bryson Stott's got to be a part of that deal or something. I don't know, because he's 28. He's in his prime. I don't know, guys. Interesting moves there happening with some of those ambassadors. But San Fran, we got Castillo, Berrios, Springer. Yeah, they're selling too. They're selling hard. Alec Boehm, Lane Thomas. Drew Rasmussen, 84 overall. Drew Rasmussen. He's going to fetch a good value. So there you go, guys. That's your updated trade blocks across the league. And just for a little fun here, we're going to go ahead and save this up. And I'm going to show you, again, how this is all going to work. We're not going to do the trade festival right now. It'll be a separate video. But here we go. You ready? All right, Trade Hub. Do we have any pending offers? Yes, so here we go. We have some pending offers for New York, right? So Kentucky has reached out to New York, and they say we want Ramirez. So these are 2 players on New York's board. for the trade block. They got Romero and Allard, and then they want to give them Max Anderson and Ben Williamson. So this is a CPU trade. They're either going to accept it or they're going to decline it, but it's the CPU working with each other to say, do you want to do this or not? So I can't really control it, right? Now, if we go to like Kentucky has quite a bit of offers on the board here. They want to give River Ryan, Benitez, Bergola, Eddie's Leonard, all of that for Brady Singer. If this happens, it happens. I can't really control it because it's two CPU teams doing the trade together. Now, for this one, this is a perfect example because they've got this offer sent over to Oklahoma City, which is a team ambassador team, right? They want to give OKC Gusto, Raya, Bergola, and Teddy McGraw, all for Lodolo, Holmes, and Hoffman. Me personally, I probably wouldn't do that. I probably wouldn't do it. But that's going to be up to OKC's team ambassador. Now, what they can do here is they can counter it, right? If they're OKC, we can counter it, right? Maybe I don't want to give up Holmes, Clay Holmes, or Grant Holmes, I guess, or Jeff Hoffman, right? Maybe I want to move Lodolo more so than these other guys. Maybe I can adjust the deal. That's how OKC can handle that offer. This is a little crazy though. Marco Raya for all of that. Please don't do it. Please don't do it, San Antonio. Don't do that. Let's see. Do we have any other users here? Any other users? Nope, not for them. Now for Chicago, they don't have any offers, but we do. We do. Madison Muskies have some offers. They want to give us Tait, Ianson, Snelling for Albies, Ref Snyder, Doval, and Lopez. That's insane. That's actually insane. So I can either accept it, counter it, or decline. I think I'm going to counter it. Okay, so I mean I'm good with Robbie Snelling and Tait, but Ianson, I don't know, 21C, he does have some velo, like that's fine. Maybe not Duvall. Maybe I could see the Ref Snyder thing. I think maybe I want one more player. I want one more player in this move, right? Maybe what we want to do is go after somebody with like a C potential, like Michael Morales. No, I don't want that. We need catcher. We need some outfielders, don't we? What about Gerald Perez? Good defender. Good defender. Weston Wilson, Tyler Whitaker's on the block, right? Some decent progression there. Let's just throw him up there. Let's throw him up there. Maybe Seaver. Yeah, Seaver King. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to offer that one. Okay, Emeralds are considering our counter. I think that makes more sense. I'm giving you 3 major league caliber players. You got to give me some prospects back for that. So we'll see how that's gonna work. But Albies for Boyle, I'm gonna decline that. Grisham, Albies, Iglesias, and Ref Snyder for Snelling and Seaver King. So now that I know that Seaver King is available, right? I'm gonna decline this one. Maybe they accept this one, right? All right. Michigan doesn't have any offers yet. Let's look at a. Ooh, here's a perfect one. I wonder if TCG's in the house right now, because you could get Josh Baez, who's actually one of the top prospects in baseball right now, for Lugo and McKinstry. I might actually do that if I were Houston. So this isn't live. This is all just test, okay, guys? This is all just test. I just want you to know what's going on here when we get down to the trade day. Is TCG in the house here? He is. Oh, okay. He's going to add. Now, if we get over to Houston, we need to add. Oh, Buxton is an untouchable, so he's going to take Glass now off the Untouchables. He's going to take Buxton off the Untouchables. And we're going to add both of those guys up there and also Joe Musgrove. Okay, so he might end up getting more offers here for Glass now, Musgrove, and Buxton. But while I have him, does he want to counter or does he want to accept this offer? Again, this is all just test, guys. This is all just test. We're not, this isn't like the real thing. LA wants to update their block, which doesn't matter right now anyway, because I'm already sim past the 29th. We're getting some motion going here. Oh, he says do it. Okay, so Houston wants to do that trade. So here we go. Baez for Lugo and McKinstry. That is an accept, and there you go. So that's how that's going to work. Now, I do want to see some other trades go through. So let's go ahead and sim that up. And there we go. So we do have a big trade here. We got San Antonio giving up Carson, Kelly, Sosa, Kelly, and Mantiply for Farmelo, Joe Boyle, Christian Apor, David Davalillo, Cole Carrick for Jonathan India. That's a good trade in my opinion. It's a solid trade. We got, oh no. Oh, well, hey. Whew. So the Emeralds are restacking. They're stacking it up. Okay. And today is the trade deadline. So let's see the trade hub real quick and get back to, let's get back to my example here for Madison. They didn't accept that. So they must have declined that offer. They want... Okay, so they did... I like this. I like this. It adds a little strategy to it. It's not like I can go back. I can't backtrack and I can't cheese it, guys. So we wanted Seaver King in the offer. I removed Camilo Doval. They added Trent Grisham into the mix. So we're giving up Ref Snyder and Lopez and Grisham and Albies for Snelling, Tait, Ianson, and Seaver King. It's the trade deadline. I'm gonna counter this one. I'm going to take off Ianson because if you're asking for Trent Grisham, like he's still 29, he's the best player in this deal. You're gonna give me Snelling, which is pretty good in his own right. Tait, which I don't really need, but he's good. He's fine. And then Seaver King. I'm gonna need something a little bit extra. I'm gonna need something a little bit extra, like maybe who else did we have up there? Like maybe a Christian Robinson. Yeah? Eli White? No. John Rave? No. What about Henry Bolte? What was the other guy that was up here? It was another pitcher, right? It was Ianson. What's his rating here? Ianson is 64C. So it's got to be something. So they're looking at something around those lines. I think Christian Robinson. Yeah, let's offer that up. And that's about all I can do. But we do have some other offers to consider and some other offers to counter and whatnot. So let's just see if they do it. Let's see if they do it. Freddie Freeman going to the Blazers. Look at all the trades, guys. We got 10. Culpepper going to the Blue Sox. Man, look at this. They are stacking up. The Reapers are stacking up. J.P. Crawford for Rockefort. Moonshot's going to get Straw, Spire, Shelby Miller. Moonshot's also going to get Trevor Story. Man, good God, they're loading up, man. They're loading up. We might need to trade. We might need to turn down the trade slider from default down to like 2. Just, I don't know, maybe. But we got the Grizzlies making some moves. They got Victor Arias, Marco Raya, Arias, and Kreidler. They had to give up Luis Castillo in order to do it. I don't know if Seattle took our offer. And then what, trade withdrawn. So, nope, they didn't do it. They did not do it. Plus, got a blockbuster here. Kate Anderson going to go to the Swarm for Morion. Tyrone Taylor. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, so they didn't do it, right? So the Muskies got screwed. I mean, not really, because I mean, I tried to play a little high ball, and Seattle said no, we don't have to trade with you. We got other teams that we can move with. Like we don't have to deal with you guys. You wanna play hardball? Fine, you can stick with all your old guys. So sometimes you win some, you lose some. So guys, that's how the trade day is gonna work. It's gonna be very fast paced. We're gonna have a lot of movement. Gonna have a lot of motion happening here. I have not decided if I'm gonna do it live or if I'm gonna do it through a upload. I think honestly, you could go 2 ways on it. It'd be really fun to do it live because then you got like the unknown, right? You got all this unknown happening. If I did an upload, I'd have to really edit it up to where you're capturing every single thing. And it gets really hard to capture. Like, you got to just stick to the highlights. You got to stick to the trades that occurred. And maybe it is an upload because then you can get into August gameplay like after the trade festival goes down. I don't know. I haven't decided. It would be really fun to do it live, but I think we can get into a lot of, you know, some boring moments. Some boring moments if we get some ambassadors that are a little slow to respond and whatnot. And it's a lot of thinking and a lot of strategy involved in all that. Rico, we don't need to look at the standings because, oh, well, no, I guess you could. Well, no, you can't really. Hold on. I'm backing out. Okay. All right. So we're here at the trade festival here, 29th through the 31st. So we wanted a little, Rico said he wanted the standings update, so we'll give him that. But that whole thing was all test. So we're just going to come back in here like this. So Revolution are in first place here. String, they got to make some moves. I think in that test they got Luis Castillo, was it? Or is it Jose Barrios? Either way, the String's got to get some more pitching, I think, and I think that's what they're going to be planning on doing. But the Revolution, they got to make some moves for sure. We got Cardinals 10 games back. Pizzazz only 1 game back. And the Pizzazz are actually half a game back in the wild card. So there's a lot of teams that are still like, they're still in it. Even the Hammers, like, what was that? The Hammers? The Hammers are 2 games back. Wow. Okay. That's how good the Revolution have been. They're 63-44. And the Hammers are 2 games back. They're 10.5 back from the division, but they're 2.5 back in the wild card. Pretty crazy. Mallards here. The AL Central is such a cluster. A cluster of mediocrity. Firebirds 65-43. They're the best team in the AL. Coyotes 4 games up over 500. And the Swarm are 38-71. They are the worst team in the GGBL. 38 wins. Not good. Not good at all. Moonshots, 63 wins. Blue Sox, a little flip of that record, 43-65. So they'll definitely be sellers, trying to get rid of Freddie Freeman and all that. The Swing, the Blazers, that's going to be, they're going to duke that out. I guess we never did look at the Cyclones trade offers and whatnot. I don't think they ever got anything for Ohtani. Interesting, right? Might have to get moved with ambassador to ambassador, potentially. LA in first place here in the West. Emeralds half a game back, 8-2 in their last 10. And then look at the Sun Devils. I think this is to Vibes' point. Like, he didn't realize that they were playing really, really well. Like, look at what they just did. Look at the winning streak that they were on. 2, 4, 6, 8. They're on a 9-game winning streak. They came out of the All-Star break, lost the first game against Iowa, but then they've won 9 straight. And they just most recently lost to Vancouver, but they got themselves back into it. I don't know. This gives Vibes a really tough call. Is he going to... Does he believe in it? Does he believe in the run? Or is he going to jump ship? You're only a game out. You're only a game out. And then in the wild card, like you are currently a wild card team. Do you want to try to get better, or do you not believe in it? That would not go over well in PR, you know? That would not look good with PR. Especially on San Diego radio. I don't know what this guy's doing, man. We were 9-1. The team's hot. You got to invest. You got to buy. Give the fans something to cheer about. And then he goes off and sells Jose Ramirez. Could you imagine? I don't know, dude. But it's interesting. It's interesting. But there's your standings updates, guys. That is it. That's going to do it for me tonight. I appreciate every single one of you for watching tonight. Very fun draft, I thought, in Out of the Park Baseball. I hope you enjoyed that format. Definitely going to be the format going forward. I like the ambassadors making the picks, too. I thought that was interesting. It creates a little bit of a dynamic there, a little rivalry, right? I wanted that guy. I wanted this dude. Like, you stole my guy. Yeah, that type of thing. I would love to get more custom players back into the GGBL draft, just because I feel like the non-custom guys do offer a little bit of charm there, like the guy that we took, Frank Zimmer. Like he was the one guy that stood out, right, in the GGS as a non-custom guy, a CPU dude. But I don't know. I think I just want a little bit more custom player action going forward. But again, you guys can become supporters on Patreon or through my main YouTube channel if you'd like to get a player every single season for quote unquote for free. But you're guaranteed to get one every single year. But there is also a free option to do that if you want to go through channel points, which we had a ton of opportunities to do that in stream, just as long as you're here playing, participating, being a part of the chat, being a part of the community. Like you just get those things just by playing, right? So there is a free option just for your time and your investment into the series. So 2 ways to go get custom players. And again, I'd love to get more players into the league in either one of those ways. But that's it for the video, guys. That's it for the stream. Leave a like if you like this thing, and I will see you guys back here for, again, I have not decided if it's going to be a live stream or a draft. You guys let me know in the comment section or in the Discord. Please, please, please. Your feedback is very important to me. What do you guys want to see? Do you want it to be a live stream, trade frenzy, trade festival, or would you rather have it be an upload? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the Discord. Let me know in the comments. Wherever you want to communicate with me, you let me know. But next upload will be back here on probably Wednesday. If we do upload, it'll be Wednesday. If we go live, it'll be on Friday. So that's it. Leave a like if you like this thing, guys. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thanks so much for watching, and peace.